Good afternoon, or good morning, I guess. It seems like it's an afternoon already. Been here already since 7 a.m. this morning. We are here for game number 2, live from John Randall Field here in the Wahpeton Post-20 Legion Baseball Tournament. Game number 2 brings Fergus Falls and Billings, Montana together, the Billings Upper Deck Expos. Again, welcome to our pregame show brought to you by Vaterstad. Vaterstad, welcome to our world of farm machinery, offering Wilrich, Concord, and Wishick branded machinery. So there's our pregame show. Again, the game number 1 here, Wahpeton Legion Post-20 defeated Big Stone City by the score of 12-3. I'm Joe Schreiner. Brian Watson had to leave us a little while here and probably going to be available by phone only for the next few days, but I will get him if I need him. But anyway, he got me off and running here to go. And head coach of the Post-20 Legion guys Chris Kappas will step in for a few innings here and there, and he'll be with me here later on in the broadcast. And he'll be with me throughout the day too, hopefully. So we'll have some other guests come up and then visit on the Three Borders Sports Network too as well. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. And we're not doing introductions, Mike? Apparently not, huh? Okay, we're just going to go. Okay. All right, so no introductions. So I'll go quick through the starting lineups here. Brought to you by Thrivent and Will Ulick. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick, our sponsors. Batting first for the visitors for Billings Upper Deck is going to be Titus Reeves in right field. Batting second will be Jet Gerard. He's the catcher. Evan Johnson will bat third at shortstop. Colton Salmonen, he will be second baseman. Batting fourth, Taryn Marker at center field. Micah Reeves at first base. Logan Walker at third base. Caden Thompson in left field. Ashton Anderson is the designated hitter. And the pitcher will be Wyatt Hayden. So again, it's Reeves, Gerard, Johnson, Salmonen, Marker, Reeves, Walker, Thompson, and Anderson. For the home team on the scoreboard, be the Fergus Falls Post-30. Carter Tilkey will lead off at shortstop. Ben Swanson will be the starting pitcher, batting second. Isaac Johnson, the catcher. Andrew Johnson in right field. Colin Becker will bat fifth at first base. The designated hitter, Will Gronwald. And Ethan Gronwald will be the second baseman, batting seventh. Evan Lindgren will be the third baseman. Owen Kruger in center field, and Leighton Buckmeyer will be out in left field. So your designated are Will Gronwald. So again, your starting lineups: Tilkey, Swanson, Johnson, Becker, Gronwald, Lindgren, and Kruger, with Buckmeyer out in left field. So there's your starting lineups, brought to you by Thrivent and Will Ulick. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. So we got a back here, and our first pitch here on game number 2 is coming up here, and the leadoff hitter for Billings is going to be Titus Reeves, and he takes strike 1 here at first pitch. 10:29. 10:29 our first pitch. Again, another beautiful day here at John Randall Field as Titus Reeves, the right fielder, steps up to the plate, and it's 1-1. So swing and a miss there is strike 2. And again on the hill for Fergus Falls is Ben Swanson. Isaac Johnson behind the plate. Chris, whenever you want, you can slide on the headset if you want. You just sit there and observe for a while if you want. There's a ground ball to short. High hop at short. Over Tilkey's head there at short, and a base hit into the left field for the first hit of the game. So Titus Reeves leads off for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. And that'll bring up Jet Gerard here, the catcher, coming up next.
Now back for the Expos, the catcher, number 3, Jet.
So Jet Gerard at the plate with a runner at first and Titus Reeves. And Chris, I'm going to fire you up here. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll turn you on. Chris Kappas, head coach of Post-20, joining us for a couple of innings. Chris, thanks for stepping up into the booth and the pickoff move over to first base.
Hey, you bet.
So congratulations on the win. Nice 12-3 win for the boys. And Nick
Good
Zock
start
had
to an early day.
Yeah, Nick Zock had a nice game of pitching. He had a little struggle with control. There's a pop fly out to right field. Down the line, is it going to be fair or foul? It's fair by a few feet. Giving chase in the corner is Andrew Johnson, and it's going to be a two-bagger for Jet Gerard. So 2 base hits here to lead off the top of the first for Billings here as they come out offensively hot.
Jet was he's picking him up and putting him down around the base pass.
I was going to
I'd
say.
expect so with a name like that. He's got to
How
have
about
some
that?
wheels on him.
How about that for a
Yeah.
baseball name? Jet
I like it.
Gerard.
Now back for the Expos. Shortstop number 18.
Smaller in stature, but boy, he could get around, and he poked her out to the right field line for a
Yeah, he
nice
did.
double down the line. So runners on second and third here. And at the plate is Evan Johnson. Takes low for a ball. So again, a nice win there for post 20 boys, and Zoc had 9 strikeouts. He struggled a little bit, but he came back with 9 strikeouts too.
Yeah, we were talking to Nick a little bit. He's just got to learn to make sure he gets out and ready to compete.
There's a base hit to left field, and that's going to score 1 run in an RBI single by Evan Johnson.
And when he gets ahead in the count, he throws pretty well. It's when he falls behind is when he starts to struggle a little bit, puts him in hitters counts, and that's when he runs into a little bit of trouble. So we'll battle through that, and we made him gut it out and complete game. Good start for us to the tournament.
Yeah, that's what Brian and I talked a little bit on the broadcast too. Was that he needed to power through it for you and the rest of the tournament. So, and the pitch here, and that's swung on, pulled down the right field line, foul by Colton Solmanen.
Watching the IO, the teams here in Billings is really kicking the ball around their IO, but I'll tell you what, they come out swinging the bats.
I was going to say they're 3 for 3 so far here. 3 up, 3 hits, 1 run across the plate here. Runner at third is Gerard, Evan Johnson at first, and Colton Solmanen swings and pops that up behind second base, and getting back to make the catch there is Tilke for the out. So pop fly to shortstop, gets the first out here by the number 4 hitter, Colton Solmanen. And that's going to bring up Taryn Marker, the center fielder. So these two teams also in your division here, Coach, in the blue division, Big Stone City, Fergus Falls, Billings, and the Wahpeton A squad are in the blue division. So you're doing a little scouting besides.
Yeah, watch both these teams here, and we'll face them both tomorrow night in the last 2 games of the day.
Now and swung back up here. That might have been in the box in the old days with the fence there, but the net now at 30 feet high protects us pretty well. Yeah, what do you expect to see? Have you heard much about Billings? Have you talked to the coach a little bit?
We played them last year in Watford City, and then they were here in our tournament last year, so we got to see them a little bit. But Billings, good size city, and no idea how many of these kids have returned or what they lost off last year's team. So I guess if you're driving that far, to expect a good ball club to show up. So.
And Fergus Falls, what do you know about them so far this year,
Fergus
Chris?
plays good teams, in high school and Legion. They're in
throw down to second,
so.
And they're going to bring it back home, and got him at home. I think the catcher did a good job. Isaac Johnson did a good job blocking the plate there, and tagged out Jet Gerard coming home.
Yeah, I expect Fergus to be a solid ball club for sure.
So nice play there defensively by the Fergus Falls players. They throw down to second. The shortstop, Tilke, cut it off and threw it right back home to Johnson for the out. So 2 outs here now. Caught coming home on the attempted double steal. That one's fisted foul off to the first street side, and that'll be out of play. Again, a beautiful day here at John Randall Field on Three Borders Sports Network. Head coach of the Wahpeton Post 20 joining me here in the booth for a couple innings. Chris Kappas. I'm Joe Schreiner. Brian Watson had to leave for other duties for the rest of the weekend. And the pitch comes home, and it's pulled foul. Ben Swanson, right-handed pitcher for the Fergus Falls Post 30. Robert Wanek out umpiring the bases. Taylor Foose behind the plate.
That ball go down the left field line there?
I think it did, yeah.
There we go. He's getting it.
Yeah, it's sitting down there. Swanson lays that one up there, and a base hit between third and short into left field, and not going to be able to come home with the play. And another run scores here as Johnson comes home to score on the base hit RBI single by Taryn Marker.
First baseman, number 10.
It's going to bring up Micah Reeves, and a quick 2-0 lead here for Billings. Four hits so far in the inning for Billings. Swanson was in the stretch, but not quite in the box yet was Micah Reeves, so he's going to have to reset and get the new signal again. 2-0 here for Billings. And Fergus Falls yet to come to the plate. Comes up high and tight. It's ball one. So you got the rest of the day off here, Coach, and I know some of the boys are going to be around to help work on the field. And
yeah, they're helping doing a few things. Watch this one, then Wahpeton B Legion plays 2 games today that I want to watch. So I'll be down here pretty much all day.
Pulled foul into the batting cages.
Only thing I got to do is go grab a pair of shorts here and change. I think it's going to get a little warm this afternoon.
Get a little warm this afternoon, yeah. I didn't put the air conditioner in here yet, so I might have to get that out tonight.
Yeah, you don't need it right now, but the next 2 days.
Yeah, it sounds like
it gets steamy.
Yep, sounds like it. So I might have to go get the air conditioner tonight. Runner goes, and that's another pulled foul over toward the batting cages. So strike 2. It's 1-2 to Micah Reeves. Taking off on the pitch there was Taryn Marker from first base with 2 outs. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at first base is Taryn Marker. So yeah, runner goes, and the throw down to second is just a bad hop there at second base, and Taryn Marker successfully steals second base. So with 2 outs, he sends the runner, Coach. It's not a bad idea to keep the runner in scoring position. And
get a guy in scoring position here, maybe get a hit.
Micah Reeves at the plate. And Swanson delivers, low and in the dirt, and a good stop behind the plate there by Isaac Johnson. Swanson set to deliver the full count pitch. Swung on, pulled to third base, and a weird hop there at third base. Back to second he goes, and I think they got him at second base. Yes, they did. So third baseman Lindgren bobbled that one a little bit, went to second and got the runner.
That's the play on 2 outs. You're going on contact unless it's hit right at the third base when you got to freeze and got a little bit too far off there. Got caught in a little pickle.
So that's going to be the end of the first half inning, 2-0 in favor of the Billings Expos. We'll be right back after this.
Since the inception of Vaterstadt, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seeding and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck. All right, welcome back to John Randall Field. Joe Schreiner and Chris Kappas here with me in the booth here. This second game of the day here. It's a 2-0 lead here for Billings. As we are going to the bottom of the second here, as Fergus Falls is going to get their first chance at the plate. And defensively here for the Billings Expos. The Billings is led by Wyatt Hayden on the mound, and Jet Gerard behind the plate. Reeves at first, Salmonen at second, Johnson at short, Walker at third, Thompson in left, Marker in center, Reeves in right. Oh, hang on there, Chris. I got to turn your. I didn't know if you were back on or you had a phone call. Go ahead.
Billings have been coming over now to this tournament for a few years.
They have.
It's nice they make that long haul.
It is, and they like coming to Wahpeton.
They enjoy it. That's why they come. They make that trip. So it's always nice to see them get over here.
Yep, it's nice to see them come, and they've always represented themselves well too. They've had some good teams. Fergus Falls leading off here is going to be Carter Tilkey, this shortstop. Again, some special rules here. We'll go through this with Coach Kappas here throughout the game, and however long Chris is here, we'll try to mention the things that are important. 2-0 lead, and there's a pop fly out to center field. Marker steps back a couple steps now drifting back, and it goes off his glove in center field. And rounding second, heading to third quickly is Tilkey. Just didn't quite have it gauged right there, Chris, and now he's coming home on the air and throws, and he's going to score.
That's a Little League home run right there.
So the error creates a run, all generated, actually 2 errors there on a throwing error.
Well, I tell you what, center field, the ball's carrying today a little bit. That first ball that got hit down the right field line carried. It's carrying out there a little bit. And, one thing you always trust with your outfielders is do not drift to the ball. Go hard back and get to a spot.
Yeah.
He drifted.
He did. Get to your spot. See the center field flag? We must have took it down. I see the scoreboard flags are still going.
I was looking out there. I see that's down also.
Ben Swanson, the pitcher, at the plate now. 2-1 lead. I think it was you had to do inning by inning. 2 balls here now to the hitter, Ben Swanson. Again, a couple of errors here allowed Tilkey to come in and score, and that one sails up over the head of the catcher, Jet Gerard. So it's 3 balls, no strikes now to Ben Swanson. Swing, and it's in for a strike there. It's 3-1 now to Ben Swanson. And that one's in the dirt for ball 4, so Swanson draws the walk. So now Fergus Falls coming back here in the bottom of the first, Chris, and they're threatening here with the tying run on base already.
Yeah, it's errors and walks. That's the thing you preach as a coach. You don't want them. And it's part of the game, but you got to be able to limit it.
Errors and walks will haunt. That's what my old high school coach used to say, too. And that one breaks across on the breaking pitch from the lefty for a strike as he faces Isaac Johnson, the catcher for Fergus Falls. And again, the lefty delivers, and that one comes across and swings it back into the net. There was Isaac Johnson. It's 0-2. A couple long days here at baseball at John Randall, Chris, but I've got all the games here. All 16 games will be on Three Borders Sports Network. And if you want to come down and enjoy a beautiful day at the ballpark, it's only 5. There's a swing and a miss on the strike 3, but he is out automatically at home plate because there was a runner at first. So the batter will be out in Isaac Johnson, but going down to second base was Ben Swanson. So an alert play there by Swanson.
Yep, he read the ball in the dirt and took off. Billings catcher did a good job of throwing there and knowing that other guy is out. And not making the mistake of throwing to first.
Exactly. I thought the same thing. Jet Gerard made a good decision there to throw to second. So that's going to bring up Andrew Johnson, the right fielder. Swung on just a foul tip into the mitt of Gerard. So it's strike 1 to Andrew Johnson from Wyatt Hayden on the mound. And if you want to come down to beautiful John Randall Field and enjoy a day of baseball, it's only going to cost you $5. If you're under 18, you're free.
Tell you what, at this day and age, the price of everything, you can come and watch 6 ball games for $5. I'll tell you what.
Yep. And they got great burgers going over there and brats from Fairmont Lockers and Tim Stiles. We appreciate Tim helping us out with that.
Cost you more than gas to come and drive down here.
There's a pickoff move that failed there on the errant throw by Hayden. And hustling down to third base is Swanson, and he'll hold up there. Chris, I got a quick mention. Your pickoff play has worked a couple of times here in the last game and looked pretty good. I'm not going to give away secrets because I know some of them. But
we practice.
Yep.
And, it's a way that we can limit base runners and their aggressiveness, and it's part of our game,
Yep.
and we work at it, and I think we do a pretty good job at it for the most part, and we pride ourselves in it. So it's come in handy throughout the years, and we expect it to help us going forward.
Yep. Andrew Johnson takes outside for a ball. Andrew Johnson, number 4 hitter, the right fielder for Fergus Falls. Tying run at third base, 90 feet away, is Ben Swanson. A pitch from Hayden. Swung on, fouled back into the net. That net saved a few baseballs too, hasn't it, Chris? The new net that we've got
I'll tell you
up.
what, it's sure nice to watch a game through it.
Yeah. A lot better than that chain link fence.
A lot more clear than the chain link.
And the pitch just off the plate for ball 4. So trotting down to first base is going to be Andrew Johnson on the walk. So still one out here. Runners at the corners now for Fergus Falls. And stepping up to the plate for Fergus Falls, post 30, is Colin Becker, the first baseman.
Now batting for Fergus, center fielder.
Left-handed hitter, tall, lanky young man.
First baseman, number 8, Colin Becker.
Geez, I forgot to change the scoreboard. Watson's going to give me heck. Oh, and that one dribbles away there, and we're tied at 2 here, I believe, as that one gets away. And everybody's holding up. So we're tied at 2 now on the wild pitch, Chris.
Yeah, Billings has kind of shot themselves in the foot here a little bit this inning.
Yep.
That
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today. That was my fault. I got to get the scoreboard up here. There we go. I'll get there, Brian. So 2.
3 years.
Now batting the D8, number 4, Will
2.
Groundwall.
All right, so how did you got Colin Becker up here now, right? Yeah. Oh, I got it right. I just had to make sure the scoreboard was right. And when Gerard picks it up, he's going to whistle it down to third, and sliding right into the tag and out is Andrew Johnson. So Becker will come back. Hey, that's only 2 outs, yep. My bad. So nice recovery there by Gerard to get it down to Walker for the out.
Fergus is they're aggressive on the base paths. It's pretty evident here in the first inning.
So Becker chokes up a little bit there and takes the walk. So Hayden having a little bit of trouble here. He's issued 3 walks already here in the first. He's given up 2 runs. And coming to the plate now for Fergus Falls is going to be Will Gronwald, the designated hitter. So 2-2 here in the bottom of the first.
3 walks and 3 errors here in the first, and luckily they've only limited it to 2 runs.
Oh, nice breaking pitch there from the lefty. Yeah, I've got 3 errors too, yeah. And a wild pitch. Three. And the pitch comes low and in the dirt, and a good stop there by Jet Gerard from Hayden. So at the plate, Will Gronwald, the designated hitter, and the pitch from Hayden. The runner goes, and a base hit into center field.
Tripped over the bag, got back.
And the runner at second base was Becker. He tripped over the bag there. I don't know if he would have been able to get to third or not, Chris.
No, I don't think so. I think he's around it, but he tripped over it and they almost got him. And threw behind him there and
almost got him.
Made a close play.
Coming from behind. So still 2 outs on the board. And Ethan Gronwald steps up to the plate. He's the second baseman. Runners now at first and second. 2 outs. So the infield fly rule is not in effect. Taylor Foose behind the plate. Robert Wanick on the bases. And that one gets away from Gerard, but a runner's hold. Not far enough away for the runner at second base, Becker, to advance. Don't want to make the third out at third base there, do you, Coach?
I think that's a ball that he probably could have made, but the way that it shot away from the catcher, I think he may have got screened there by the umpire a little bit and didn't get a real good read on that where that ball was at.
Swung on and pop foul back to First Street. So Ethan Gronwald with runners at first and second for Fergus Falls. I think our sponsors, the pregame show was Vaterstad. Starting lineups, Thrivent, Will Ulick. There's a ground ball to second. Solomon and goes over, picks it up, and whistles it over to first base to Reeves for the out. So that retires the side, but not before the Fergus Falls post 30 boys tied up. We're tied at 2. We're going to go to the top of the second.
2 or 3?
I got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got. Okay, we'll be right back after this message.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
All right, welcome back to John Randall Field. Joe Schreiner, I'm joined in the booth here for maybe one more inning. Chris Kappas, head coach of Post 20, is joining me in the booth here. Brian had to leave for the day. And leading off for Billings here in the top of the second is going to be Logan Walker, the third baseman. A swing and a miss here by Logan Walker for a strike. Gotta remember to change my scoreboard here, buddy, or Watson will be all over me. Second inning
Gonna
now.
help you out with that, huh?
Just type. There we go. Changed it. We're tied at 2 here. And Logan Walker at the plate facing Ben Johnson for his second inning of work. And there's a pop fly to the first base side. Becker doesn't move very far, backs up maybe a step or two and makes a squeeze for the out. So Logan Walker's retired on the pop fly for the first out. I want to thank the rest of our sponsors. Thrivent, Will Ulick, our starting lineup sponsor. Our scoreboard sponsor is always brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. Kyle DeVries, Call to the Pen sponsor, OSPTI. They also brought us a tent here, Chris, a reason for the admissions. So thanks to Chris and Sean for allowing us to use their tent.
Chris is coaching Post 53 this year. So
Oh, that's right. He'll be here later on.
Yep.
That's right. And we'll have that game on. Like I said, we're going to do all 16 games here this weekend. Mound Visit sponsor is Carlson Family Insurance, Mindak Farmers Co-op. Post-game sponsor. We'll do a quick post-game show following the completion of this one. Swung on, fouled back. Wahpeton Daily News, Red River Human Services, City of Wahpeton, Three Rivers Crisis Center, Digital Guru joining us here for the summer activities, and First Community Credit Union coming back for our summer games here with all the tournament games we got. We're going to cover the East Region games too as well here.
That's awesome. Appreciate you guys being down here for this tournament and all the games.
Yeah.
It's nice for people that can't be here.
So hopefully, spread the news there, folks. If you're from Billings or from Fergus Falls and you want to watch the game at work. We had quite a few text messages this morning, Chris, of fans watching from work this morning that couldn't make it. So.
Yeah, they must have been working hard.
Working hard.
Background noise, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all I am. Just that's what they call me, background noise. There's the darn Joe again with the background noise. So Caden Thompson at the plate. One out here, nobody on. Swung on, pulled to third base side, knocking it down over there is Lindgren, but he's going to throw it over to first, and it's a wild throw, and that's going to go out of play as it bounces over the fence. So that will be it there on the errant throw.
Did a nice job there. He knocked the ball down. He barehanded it. He did everything right, and unfortunately, he rushed himself a little bit there. He had time yet, set his feet in fire, and he kind of rushed and sailed that throw.
Yep. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Ashton Anderson, the designated hitter for Billings. Billings Upper Deck Expos. Again, like Chris said earlier, this is their multiple times they've been here to Wahpeton for our tournament.
Yeah, this has to be at least 3 or 4 years in a row.
Pitch, and it's driven out to deep center. Backing up a few steps out there is Kruger. He's going to make the squeeze, and tagging at second, heading to third, and making it just in time on the tag was Thompson to third on the pop fly. Again, with 2 outs, Coach, possibility of making the third out at third base, but it worked.
Both teams they're certainly aggressive on the base pass, so something I'm certainly taking note of.
I was just going to say, as a coach, you're going to play them both tomorrow, so you'll take note of that for sure. As does the announcer guy sitting here. I'll take note of that as well. It's going to bring up to the plate the leadoff hitter, Titus Reeves. Singled in his first at bat and scored one of the 2 runs.
Kicking that ball over.
Yeah. Yeah, every time he moved, he kicked it a little bit. Terrace Bar and Lounge bringing by a sponsored check. We want to thank them for sponsoring Wahpeton Legion Baseball.
Terrace Lanes, yeah, nice.
So thanks to Nick and Terrace Lanes. As a strike, it's 1-1. Yeah, he also dropped off some coupons here that we're going to have to figure out a way to give them away here later on. So thank you, Nick.
Free games of bowling, so we'll have to figure out how we want to do that.
Yeah. Give that away here. Pitch by Ben Swanson into the dirt. Nice stop there by Isaac Johnson. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third base is Caden Thompson. He reached on an error. Went to third base on the fly ball. Fouled off at the end of the bat, and the count goes to 2-2. Jet Gerard hustling all the way over to pick that one up. Nice job there from him. Good hustle. I'd like to see that even on the foul balls, don't you, Coach?
Absolutely.
I mean, boys hustling to get the ball. And pitch from Swanson and a fly ball out to center field. Kruger drifting to his left, makes the call and the catch, and retires the side. No runs and no hits. There was 1 left on base. At the end of an inning and a half, we're tied at 2. We'll be right back after these messages on Three Borders Sports Network.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefit package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry-level starting wage in the factory is $19.73 per hour. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Denise at 701-671-1338.
Hey, we want to thank the City of Wahpeton for stepping up and being a sponsor on Three Borders Sports Network. Chris, their summer, they stepped up here to sponsor us, and we appreciate them stepping on board here and being a part of Three Borders Sports Network. Again, it's the city of Wahpeton, a great place to be. You've been on the chamber for a number of years yourself, and a lot of great things happening in Wahpeton.
Certainly, and you know what? When we can bring tournaments like this to town and show off our town a little bit, and bring some people here to hit some of our amenities and the zoo and the pool and the golf course and all that good stuff, local businesses, it's great.
Absolutely great. Like you said, some of these teams, obviously Billings staying in town, and a couple of the other out-of-town teams probably staying in town as well. But, again, it's just good to bring them to town, spend some gas money, and $5, $4.80, whatever it is a gallon, but they're always going to eat. They're going to do something. If they're not spending money at the concession stand here, they're somewhere else and spending money downtown.
And we got some certificates from Terrace Lane, so they might be getting some bowling.
They might be going bowling. Yep. All right, we're in the bottom of the second here. Fergus Falls leads off with Evan Lindgren, the third baseman for Fergus Falls. His first at bat here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch swung on and missed. Wyatt Hayden, tall lefty. You might have one or two of those on your team too, Chris. A couple of left-handed pitchers.
Yeah, we got one that threw this morning, and we'll have one that'll throw this weekend yet.
Yep. There's pulled foul. I should ask, you played Tuesday and Wednesday this week, I believe.
Yep.
And Wednesday you swept a couple of games there at West Fargo.
We did. We split on Tuesday against Castleton, who's got a very solid ball club this year. We were up 4-3 in the top of the seventh, going into the bottom of the seventh, and let one slip away from us.
Ooh, that was closer than it should have been. But
rebounded by getting the next one, and then we turned around the next night and swept West Fargo. And up at West Fargo is a good ball club.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 big wins for us in the conference there, and then we got the one out of the way this morning at 8 a.m. So we got a nice little 4-game winning streak going right now, and kind of like the way the guys are playing the game.
Owen Kruger steps up to the plate on that strikeout by Evan Lindgren. I want to give Jet Gerard credit there. Catcher does a good job moving outside. When you move to the inside, I shouldn't say outside, but he moves to the inside to make the throw down to first base.
You got to establish a throwing lane, and he did that. Otherwise, you're going to throw it right into their back.
Yep, and Reeves did a nice job of reaching out to get it over at first base, and that one scoots away there. It's ball 2. So, congratulations on the win. Have you got any pitchers that are not available due to the number of pitches for the weekend, or is everybody pretty much available?
No, we have it all set up right now, managing that, and we'll be fine.
So you're good that way as far as...
Zach through this morning, he's done.
He's done.
Done for the rest of the tournament. So.
Yep. As far as pitching, anyway.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, pitching-wise, he can't throw anymore.
Correct. So you got pretty much the full arsenal available to you the rest of the weekend. Again, 2 games tomorrow, both late games.
Yep.
And depending on where it all ends up, Chris, we'll see what time you play on Sunday. Everybody plays again on Sunday, 1 game, regardless of where you finish in your pool.
Correct.
That one's outside for ball 4, so scooting down to first base is Owen Kruger on the walk. It's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Carter Tilke. Reached on an error and advanced on an error and scored. So he went out to center field and was dropped out there in center field, and he ran all the way home on the same play. A couple of overthrows. 2 errors on one play.
Right.
Tilke squares, and the runner goes. Gerard from his knees, couldn't quite get enough behind it to get the runner stealing as Kruger. Infield AgriLime looks a little dry, Coach.
Yeah, it's getting a little dry. Outfield also.
I seen you walking out there this morning.
Yeah, I went over to get the tarp off the bullpen.
Oh, sure.
And just the way it played in our game and seeing it here, depending on how long it takes to get cut, I think we may have to try to mow that here one of these evenings late at night.
Yeah, it's funny. As much rain as we've gotten, and you can see it's starting to dry up a little bit out there.
Yep. Root system, obviously,
didn't go very
like
deep.
That doesn't get real deep.
No.
So.
There's one in the dirt, and that's ball 3, I believe. 3-0 on the board to the leadoff hitter, Carter Tilkey. Standing at second base for Fergus Falls is Owen Kruger. There's one out. That one's outside, ball 4, so another walk issued. 2 walks in a row here now. And the runner at second base is Kruger, and now at first is Tilkey and Ben Swanson, the pitcher, coming to the plate. And we got a mound visit here from the coach, John Fisher, of the Billings Upper Deck Expos. Coming out for a mound visit. This mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is the number one goal for Carlson Family Insurance. This mound visit brought to you by them. Thanks, Eric and the crew. Holy.
Wonderful.
That's not good news. Stocks are way down.
Stocks are taking a kick in the butt.
I mean, I shouldn't have retired yet.
No.
Gosh darn it.
You're going to have to come back out.
I'm going to have to come back out of retirement to get a job again. My retirement money's flying away. I don't think anybody's feeling sorry for me, though. All right. Coach Fisher finishes his chat on the mound there with the runners at first and second. What are you going out there to tell them? Your pitcher there, Coach. Runners at first and second. One out.
Well, I'm going to
Infield fly rules in effect.
You know what? It's going to be a long day for us here if we continue to walk guys. Go get ahead in the count here. Get us a ground ball. You know, you get us 1, we'll get you 2.
There you go. That one comes low and in the dirt, so looking for that ground ball with a low pitch. Not able to get his Wyatt Hayden, and a good stop there by Jet Gerard. Again, Ben Swanson at the plate. It's 1 ball, no strikes. There go the runners on a double steal. Throw down to third. Safe under the tag at third base. Very close play at third base. But on a double steal, both players are safe. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Fergus Falls on that double steal.
Yeah, talked about they're aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
So now runners at second and third for the pitcher, Ben Swanson, looking to help his own cause here. We're tied at 2. Swung on and missed. There's a strike, so it's 2-1 now to Ben Swanson. Standing at third is Kruger. At second is Tilkey. Hayden shakes off Gerard, and now he likes the pitch, and he'll deliver that one just outside off the plate. It looked like he tried a little breaking ball there and didn't quite get it to come across. It's 3-1. Hayden, the 3-1 pitch. Comes up high. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So that's going to bring up your number 3 hitter, Isaac Johnson. He struck out in his first at bat, so Wyatt Hayden looking for another strikeout or a ground ball right back to the pitcher. And you had one of those ready-made double play balls.
Yeah, that came at the right time for sure.
Got a courtesy runner at first base is going to be number 16, Brandon Brown. Yeah, it was a nice little made-to-order.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 double play.
And again, Jack did a nice job at home plate there. He bounced out to the inside and threw it down to Hoffman covering the bag. So nice play there by the boys. There's a little breaking pitch to the left-handed hitting Isaac Johnson, but off the plate, and it's ball 1. We're in the bottom of the second here. Bases are loaded now for Fergus Falls. Nobody across so far here in the top of the second. We're tied at 2. Hayden delivers inside. Johnson had to back off of that one. The catcher, Isaac Johnson, at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch comes across the center of the plate. It's strike 1. I have a feeling they were taken until they saw a strike there with a couple of walks in a row. Actually, he's got 3 walks issued here. All 3 runners have gotten on by walks. 2-1, and he'll step off there. In Wahpeton Daily News, Red River Human Services, City of Wahpeton, Three Rivers Crisis Center, Digital Guru, First Community Credit Union is Johnson swings through that one. It's strike 2, and the count even now at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You see, he was going out of the windup, and they had him step off, and he went to.
Is that what it was? Okay, I was looking in my book here. It's strike 3 for Johnson.
With how aggressive Fergus has been with the left-hander on the mound, I don't think you want to be going from the windup.
Yep. I'm talking about my old days now, but as a pitcher,
see, here it is again. Now, I absolutely would not want this, because out of the windup, the guy in second base is going to get a massive lead, and on a base hit, he's scoring for sure. Out of the stretch. You shorten his lead up, base hit he may not score on.
Yep.
Right now, a ball in play, he's scoring for sure from second base with him out of the windup.
Yep. I was just going to talk about that a little bit here. Whenever I had a runner at third base, I did not go to the windup until it was a wild pitch here, and Gerard gives chase, but coming home to score that one is Kruger. So Fergus Falls takes the lead 3-2. And my coach never wanted me to be in the windup if there was a runner at third base, even though I was left-handed. He didn't want me being in the windup until there was 2 outs.
Even then, it's you're back, turned and.
Yep. Well, with the speed of today's players, we didn't have a lot of speed back in my day, man.
I didn't have any either. Don't worry about it.
So runners now at second and third. Andrew Johnson still at the plate here. The right fielder, he walked in his first attempt in the first inning. 3-2 lead here for just looking at the scoreboard. I think the scoreboard's off again. It says Billings 3-2. I think it's Fergus Falls 3-2.
Yeah, these guys, I don't know what they're doing.
They don't get paid much. Here's the throw down to third again. Gerard, that time it goes between the legs, and coming home to score the 4th run is going to be Tilke. And Swanson stays at second because he couldn't really advance there. So 2 runs now have come across here. 3 walks, Coach will haunt.
Walks, yep.
No hits in the inning so far for Fergus Falls. 2 strikeouts.
That's
and the 3-0 pitch draws ball 4. Now you got 4 walks.
4 walks and an error. No hits. Giving up 2 runs.
So Ben Swanson standing at second, Andrew Johnson at first, and coming to the plate now is the first baseman, Colin Becker, and we've got a mound visit. And this mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. We got a pitching change, and we'll come back with our call to the pen right after this. And right now here in the bottom of the second, it's 4-2 in favor of Fergus Falls.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
All right, back here at John Randall Field. Joel Schreiner along with Chris Kappas. Chris is going to be here for another couple pitches here, but he'll be leaving us shortly, so I want to thank Chris for coming up. And new pitcher here on our Call to the Pen, sponsored by OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice. There's locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, And, of course, here in Breckenridge, OSPTI brings in Waskar Kaplan as the pitcher now. So he's going to pitch for the Expos. And the tall right-hander brings it in, and it's low and in the dirt. Gerard stops that one. So we're in the bottom of the second here, 4-2 lead here for the Fergus Falls. Post 30. Kaplan on the mound. Right-hander brings that one in just a little bit too tight. Inside for a ball to Colin Becker. I'm sure you got a few other things to do here today, Chris. Kind of running this tournament you are. I don't think you're the official tournament manager, but that one gets away from Gerard and bounces way up high, but everybody has a chance to advance. So we got now runners at second and third with 2 out.
No, just making sure that things hopefully run smooth. Make sure we keep an ice and water in the buckets and coin tosses and
Dugouts, yeah.
all that good stuff. If anyone has any questions on anything.
Hey, I want to thank Circle of Nations, too. Getting to use one of your iPad or one of your tablets, I guess we should say.
Yeah, that's
so thanks for doing that.
Comes in handy for sure.
Courtesy you and Brian Watson. Get it over here to the baseball guys. They're using it so we can use credit cards down in the concession stand.
Good.
So appreciate that. Kaplan delivers, swung on and pulled to the right side. It's deep. Is it deep enough? And it's out of play down by the bullpen. Boy, that was close here to going out. Just a little bit too foul there on that long strike from Colin Becker. He pulled her hard. So runners at second and third. Colin Becker at the plate. 2 outs. And a 4-2 lead here for Fergus Falls. One comes up high, and now bases are loaded again. So 4 walks issued by Hayden, and now another walk here by Kaplan to start out his pitching endeavors. Going to bring up Will Gronwald. He singled in his first at-bat in the first inning. The 8th player to come to the plate for Fergus Falls here in this inning. Bases are loaded, and strike 1.
Fergus Falls. DH, number 4, Will Gronwald.
So Gronwald singled in his first at-bat. He's got bases loaded here. As Kaplan delivers, low and in the dirt. Good stop again by Gerard. Gerard's getting beat up pretty good back there behind the plate.
You see he's earning his money today, and unfortunately I don't think he's making a whole lot.
Billings will have the rest of the day off today. They'll play 2 games tomorrow as well. Fergus Falls will play their second game tonight against Big Stone at approximately 6 p.m. Call strike. So, Chris, what's the plan here? Are we going to go as close to schedule as we can, or 30 minutes after the previous game ends?
That's what we'd like to do. Is if we get ahead of schedule at all, then we start. If we have to say a scheduled game is 1 p.m., but if we get ahead, we'll go 30 minutes after that game finishes, because you always have the chance of running into a game that's slow or extra innings goes long, and then we run behind. So.
All right, I'm going to keep you for just a few more seconds here. Walker to Reeves retires the side here. So Fergus Falls scores 2. It's 4-2. Just a couple other quick things, Chris, and then we'll let you go. It's an 8-run rule here in this game here after 5 innings instead of the normal 10. So you're trying to speed it up a little
after
bit.
4, 8 after 5. Yep. So it's just speeding the game up.
Yep. Just trying to speed. But there is no time limits.
No time limits.
Okay.
We just, if we run into those situations, that's what we do in a tournament like this. You have to worry about weather, and when you're getting 6 games in a day, you do a few things. You make a few tournament rules to speed the games up a little bit. The other thing is, if it does go into extra innings, then we go to the California rule, where the last guy that's
what I was going to mention.
Yeah, that made the last out the inning before will start on second base with nobody out, and you play the inning out from there, and each team has an opportunity to hit, and you play till whoever scores the most runs.
All right, buddy. I'm going to let you go, and Chris Kappas, congratulations on the first win. And
thanks a lot.
You get time, you want to come up, spend a couple innings with me, come on back up.
Fair
Microphone's here for you. All right, Chris Kappas, head coach of the Post 20 Legion boys. joining us here for a couple innings. Appreciate him taking some time coming up. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be right back with inning number 3 right after this.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connecting.
All right, we're back here at John Randall Field, and just that quick, Swanson hits the batter, Jet Gerard, in the back of the helmet, and he goes down to first base, no issues. So glanced off his helmet, and Gerard reaches after he doubled in his first at-bat, gets on a free pass there with the hit by pitch. So Swanson facing Evan Johnson now. And Gerard gets a big secondary lead. Doesn't go anywhere, but stays right there. Swanson facing Evan Johnson. Singled and scored in his first bat as a pickoff move to catch Gerard off base is not successful. So Gerard back in safely on the pickoff move by Ben Swanson. Swanson delivers high, and the throw down to second base. Gerard stealing, but I think he missed the tag, and Gerard slides in safely. So Gerard with a successful stolen base. So it's top of the third here, and Billings upper deck at the plate. Jet Gerard at second base. And again, Evan Johnson at the plate facing Ben Swanson. And the pitch. Swung on and ground ball to short. Picked up over to first in time for, pulled him off. So runners at first and second now. Nobody out for Billings as they're threatening to come back here as they trail 4-2. So Salmonen checks up here, and he popped out to short in his first at bat. And the pitch. Caught the corner, strike one to Salmonen. A 4-2 lead here for Fergus Falls. And the pitch from Swanson. There's a drive out to center field for a base hit. Lands out in front of Kruger. And everybody just advances one base. So a base hit there for Colton Solmanen. Loads the bases for Billings upper deck. Going to bring up the center fielder, Taryn Marker. And we got a mound visit here as Coach Fisher wants to go out and, not Coach Fisher, that's Coach Larson wants to go out and talk with his team here. And this mound visit brought to you again by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. There's your mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance. As Coach Larson calls everybody off. Bases are loaded, nobody out.
Number 7, Taryn Marker.
So Taryn Marker steps up to the plate here with bases loaded. He singled and reached as far as second base in his first attempt here in the first inning. Call in the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 now to Taryn Marker. Micah Reeves on deck. Swung on, popped up. Third base side, foul territory. Giving chase, but no chance to get it as it lands behind the dugout. And it's 0-2. So Taryn Marker 0-2 now, behind in the count to Ben Swanson. conversation here between the coach and the hitter, Taryn Marker. Behind in the count now, 0-2. Micah Reeves on deck. Logan Walker after him. The scheduled lineup here for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. Swanson delivers. Swung on and missed. Got the big strikeout here with bases loaded. So a big strikeout here for Ben Swanson. Gets the first out for Fergus Falls defensively. And that's going to bring up Micah Reeves with bases still loaded. Micah Reeves reached on a fielder's choice in his first at bat. 0 for 1 on the day for Micah. And the pitch goes outside, and good stop there by Isaac Johnson. Keeps the runners in place. And the pitch swung on and missed. Swanson coming back here. Battling hard. Bases are loaded. He's got one strikeout. And Micah Reeves at the plate for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. The pitch pulled to the third base side underneath the glove of Lindgren. And one run will score, and here comes number 2. And we are now tied. So 2 RBI single for Micah Reeves. Drives in 2. He got a couple of RBIs out of that one. And moving down to second base was Salmonen.
Number 24, Logan Walker.
So we're tied at 4 here. We are in the third inning. We'll get that changed on the scoreboard there for you, folks. Hang on. There we go. And that pitch just off the plate for ball 1 to Logan Walker. Stepping up to the plate. He popped out to first base in his first at bat in the second inning. Ben Swanson on the hill. Delivers. There's a chopper again to third base. Nice stab there, but it goes under the glove of Lindgren and into left field on a base hit, and another base hit here for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. Gives them the lead here. And that go-ahead run crosses the plate by Salmonen.
Now batting left fielder, number 50, Caden Thompson.
So 5-4 lead now for Billings, and that's going to bring up Caden Thompson. He reached on an error in his first at bat. That one sails up high. It's ball 1 to Caden Thompson. Runner at second is Micah Reeves. At first base is Logan Walker. Caden Thompson at the plate, the left fielder, reached on an error in his first at bat last inning. That one sails outside. It's ball 2. 2-0 now for Ben Swanson facing Caden Thompson. Thompson, number 8 hitter. Ashton Anderson on deck. Again, that one sails up high. It's ball 3. Ben Swanson delivers on the outside corner. Strike 1. Five to 4 here. Billings with the lead. Swung on and pulled to the left side. It's deep, but making the catch on the running catch over there nicely was Buckmeyer to retire Caden Thompson on the fly ball. So that's 2 outs now here for the Billings Upper Deck Expos on that fly ball caught by Buckmeyer out in left field. It's going to bring up Ashton Anderson. Ashton Anderson, again, the designated hitter, number 9 hitter. Leadoff hitter coming up next is Titus Reeves. Ben Swanson would sure like to get out of this pickle right now with 2 runners on. He's already given up 3 runs this inning for Billings to take the lead. Swanson sets, delivers outside, Blocked nicely there by Isaac Johnson. And as Coach Kappa said before he left there, if we do go extra innings, the 8th inning will begin with a runner at second base. Thing the major league guys are doing if they got to go extra. And that one sails up high and heading to third, and that's going to slide right into the tag. Ooh, is he away from the tag? Slid away from the tag. Nice play. Nice slide over there at third base. And Micah Reeves did well to get in under that one. And moving over to second base then was Logan Walker. So Ashton Anderson at the plate now. Runners in scoring position for him now at second and third. Swung on, popped up behind the canopy. Count evens at 2-2 and 2 outs. Ben Swanson would like to stop the bleeding right here and retire the side. The pitch swung on and missed, and he got the strikeout. So he strikes out the number 9 hitter and retires the side, but not before Billings can score 3 runs here. We're going to the bottom of the third. Billings 5, Fergus Falls 4. Back after this.
Since the inception of Vaterstadt, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seeding and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to Casasa members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in Casasa rewards.
Join in the celebration with your Casasa account and start earning your money back today.
Hey, we want to thank Digital Guru for stepping on board this summer with Three Borders Sports Network. Digital Guru, computer support, cloud services, home and business computer support, web services, audio, video needs, networking, all kinds of good stuff down there in downtown Wahpeton. They got printers, toners, laptops. They're more than just a computer business, folks. They do a lot of stuff down there. Stop down on Dakota Avenue and see everybody down at Digital Guru for your next computer needs. All right, we're moving to the bottom of the third here. Ethan Grunwald at the plate. Ethan Grunwald grounded out to second in his first at bat, so we'll see what happens here in the bottom of the third. And the pitch, and it's swung on and pulled to the third base side, and it's going to get underneath the glove of Walker. And Johnson went over to try and get it, and that didn't quite work there. So reaching on the air is Ethan Grunwald. So Evan Lindgren comes to the plate now. He struck out in his first attempt here in the second inning. 5-4 lead for Billings here in the bottom of the third. Fergus Falls home team in this one on the coin flip, and Gerard's got to chase that one back to the wall, and now he's going to third, and the Billings guys were kind of sleeping on that one, and heading all the way to third was Ethan Grunwald. So good heads-up base running there by Ethan Grunwald. And Evan Lindgren at the plate. 1 ball to Evan. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up to the right side. even chase on the second base side as Salmonen makes a catch behind first base for the out. So the first out's recorded there by the nice catch by Salmonen chasing that one back behind first base. Oh, we got to get the Digital Guru sign off. Sorry, folks. That's going to bring up Owen Kruger, a center fielder. Reached on a walk and scored in his last at bat. Kaplan delivers that one just a little bit low. Waskar Kaplan. 1 ball, no strikes here to Owen Kruger. Driven right back up the middle for a nice base hit there for Owen Kruger. Drives in the run, so Kruger with an RBI. And we're tied at 5. Going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Carter Tilke. Hit hard right back up the middle past Kaplan, right back up the box, as they say. Kruger with a nice base hit. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Carter Tilke. He's walked and scored on an error. A couple of errors, actually, on one play. And steps off the backside of the rubber for just to get the runner back to where he belongs. Kaplan delivers, and the runner goes. Throw down to second. I think they got him, and yes, they did. Caught stealing on that one was Owen Kruger. Nice throw from his knees was Gerard to retire Owen Kruger on the attempted stolen base. So nice throw from Kruger. Or excuse me, from Gerard. From Gerard getting Kruger. So now there's 2 outs. And again, leadoff hitter Carter Tilke at the plate. Kaplan delivers. Outside corner for a strike. Kaplan delivers in the dirt. Good stop by Gerard. We're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 5th. Fergus Falls and Billings. Wahpeton Invitational Baseball Tournament. There's a call strike. 2-2. 2 outs. Nobody on base right now. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, pulled down the third base side. Good snag over there, and a throw over to first is not in time. Good play over at third base, scooting, and you think he ended up in foul territory was Walker, but he made the long throw over to first base to Reeves and pulled him off the bag. So that's a base hit going in the books here for Carter Tilke. So he's at third base. That's going to bring up Ben Swanson, the pitcher. He's walked twice and scored once. So Ben Swanson with a score tied at 5 would sure like to help himself out here. That one's low and in the dirt. Good stop by Gerard. There's a throw by Gerard. He's not afraid to throw, but unfortunately it went off the glove of Reeves and heading down to second base. On the air will be Tilke. So an error by the catcher, Gerard, on that one allows Tilke to get to second base. There's a pitch, comes up high for ball. 3-0. Runner at second base is Tilke. He got into scoring position on the errant throw by Gerard. There's a call strike at the knees. 3-1 to the pitcher, Ben Swanson. And the pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. So Swanson draws another walk. He's got 3 of them so far today. It's going to bring up the catcher, Isaac Johnson. He struck out twice so far. I'm sure he'd like to make amends.
Shortstop number 2, Isaac Johnson.
So Johnson, unfortunately for Fergus Falls, has struck out twice today. I'm sure he'd like to do something here with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Infield pulls, or excuse me, the outfield pulls a little bit to the right side for the left-handed hitting Johnson. And there goes the runner. And no chance for Gerard at third base. A big jump, and that one goes out into the outfield. And coming home to score on that one is Tilke. So another error on the throw. So that puts Fergus Falls up now 6-5 here in the bottom of the third. That one sails over the head, and moving down to third base then is going to be Swanson. Isaac Johnson still at the plate here. So Billings came back and took the lead 5-4, but now have given up 2 runs here in the bottom of the third to Fergus Falls and trail 6-5. Kaplan delivers right down the pipe. It's a strike. Two and 1, I believe, is the count with 2 outs. Kaplan delivers. Swung on, poked to the left field side, and that's going to drop in for a base hit, scoring the run. Swanson comes across the score on the base hit RBI single by Isaac Johnson. So Johnson with an RBI. 3 runs across here for Fergus Falls in this half inning. And they take a 7-5 lead. It's going to bring up number 5, Andrew Johnson, the right fielder. He's walked twice and reached as far as second base both times. So Andrew Johnson at the plate. The runner at first base is Isaac Johnson. A little bit high, ball 1. Kaplan facing Andrew Johnson. Thompson in left, Marker in center, Reeves in right. There's a pop fly out to the first base side, foul. Swing and a miss, and again the throw down to first, and that one scoots out of the glove of Reeves. Otherwise, they might have had the runner, Isaac Johnson, headed toward second. There's a good throw down there as Reeves caught Isaac Johnson leaning a bit too much, but it popped right out of the glove of Micah Reeves, and going to second base was Isaac Johnson. So another error, unfortunately, here for Billings, and that one's fouled back into the net. I have 4 errors alone just this inning here for Billings. There's call strike 3. Caught looking was Andrew Johnson, and stranding the runner at second base. That's going to be the end of 3 innings of play here on your Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Fergus Falls 7, Billings 5. Back after this, right after these messages. Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
All right, welcome back to John Randall Field here as we go to the top of the fourth. Swung on and fouled out of play there by the hitter. Here in the top of the fourth for the Billings Upper Deck Expos, leading off will be the leadoff hitter, Titus Reeves, the right fielder. Here's some of the teams taking batting practice down in the cages down there. Reeves lets that one go up high for a ball. Ben Swanson on the hill. Isaac Johnson behind the plate for Fergus Falls. Pitch is just a little bit low. It's 2-1 now. And we've got all the games here covered for you on this tournament on Three Borders Sports Network. That's fouled back into the net. That's strike two. 2-2 now to the hitter Titus Reeves. We got all the games, all 16 games. Again, the first game, Wahpeton won that one 12-3 over Big Stone City, South Dakota. And Fergus Falls and Billings right now. Pitch by Swanson goes outside. It's ball 3. It's full count. Game coming up next, scheduled for approximately 1 p.m. We're going to try and move it along as quickly as we can, but it's scheduled for 1 p.m. Lemoore and Detroit Lakes will be at 1 p.m. We'll have those games here on Three Borders Sports. Swung and pop straight up to the first base side. Now it's going to be in the short right field, and everybody's going back and making the catch on a nice running catch going backwards was Ethan Grunwald. So a nice running catch going backwards there to retire Titus Reeves. Just in front of the right fielder coming in was Andrew Johnson. So one out here in the top of the fourth, and that's going to bring up Jet Gerard. Billings, the visitor. Fergus Falls, the home team. Swung on and fall back into the net. It's 0-1 now to the hitter, Jet Gerard. He doubled in his first at bat on the right field line and reached on a hit by pitch in his second at bat. Swung on back up the middle. Nice play at short, but a wild throw. And Gerard holds up at first. Nice play at short. I'm going to give him a base hit on that one. As it was up the middle, it was a tough play. Going against his body there was Tilke trying to make the play back to first. And we'll say Gerard got the base hit on that one. Tough play back up the middle. Although Tilke made a nice play, but had to throw back across his body, and the throw went wide. And a good job of backing that one up by Isaac Johnson. Brings up Evan Johnson to the plate. Swung on and missed for a strike. 7-5 here on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Kyle DeVries, downtown Wahpeton, right on Dakota Avenue, right on 6th Street. There's a call strike, so it's 0-2. Stop and see Kyle for all your insurance needs down there. Motorcycle, home, car, truck, farm. He's got it all. Swanson sets and delivers. Swung on and missed a little bit high for strike 3. And Evan Johnson retired on strikes for the second out. That's going to bring up Colton Salmonen. Popped out to short in his first at bat. Singled and scored in the third inning. In this game, first pitch was at 10:29, and right now it's 11:50. Next game scheduled for 1 p.m. There's a call strike on the outer half. It's 0-1 now to Salmonen. Again, coming up next is going to be Lemoore and Detroit Lakes. They're out of the red division. And then it will be Breckenridge and Wahpeton B in the red division after that. So we'll have the 2 red division games coming up after this. Again, we'll have them all on Three Borders Sports Network. Beautiful day here at John Randall. Nice sunlit sky. That one floats in a little bit there on Salmonen. Swanson falls behind in the count now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swanson sets and delivers. Comes up high. It's ball 3. Getting out of the crouch was Isaac Johnson. I want to thank Gripper Sports, downtown Wahpeton, Dakota Avenue, for all your favorite sports teams apparel. Check with Gripper Sports, too, as well. Gripper Sports, stop down and see Tyler and Wayne. That one's popped up to second base, looking like Ethan Grunwald is going to camp underneath that one. Sets up camp and makes the squeeze can of corn. Well, Salmonen's retired on the pop fly. 2 pop flies to Ethan Grunwald here in this half inning, so that retires the side. 1 left on base. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Fergus Falls 7, Billings 5. We'll be right back after this.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Join in the celebration with your CASASA account and start earning your money back today.
The Wahpeton Daily News wishes all area sports teams the best of luck this year. The Wahpeton Daily News thanks you for supporting local journalism, including the Daily News and the News Monitor. Keep up with local news, sports stories, and personal interest stories in our papers. Check out www.wahpetondailynews.com for more information about our e-newsletter right at your own computer. The Daily News supports all area sports teams and wishes all of the teams the best of luck this season.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
And it looks like we've got a new pitcher and a new catcher as well here for Billings. The pitcher is now Colton Solmanen. And it looks like the new catcher now is going to be Micah Reeves at catcher. See if I can catch who went over to first base there. Is Taryn Marker. So a lot of defensive changes here for Billings. A lot of changes. I'll see if I can catch up to them later here for you, folks. As coming to the plate now for Fergus Falls is going to be Colin Becker. Swung on and missed here by Becker. Becker so far has walked twice and been stranded both times on base. So let's see here. I said number 10. Micah Reeves went to catcher. We got Jet Gerard moving somewhere. All by myself here, folks, so if you can just bear with me here. They don't tell us, they don't bring up the reports here to the press box to tell us who's changing what. So Micah Reeves behind the plate. Looks like Jet Gerard went to second. Swing and a miss there. So at first base, I believe, was Marker. And Marker came in from center, so I got to figure out who's out in center, folks. We'll get to that. So Salmon delivers inside for a ball.
Now pitching for Billings, number 32, Colton Salmonen.
See if I can get my binoculars out here and see who's in center.
Batting for Fergus Falls, shortstop, number 1, Carter Tilkey.
He's got his glove in front of his number. Breaking pitch, called strike, and Becker is retired. Nice pitch there from Salmonen for the first out. It's going to bring up Will Gronwald. Singled in his first at bat and grounded out in his second at bat.
Now batting for Fergus Falls, DH, number 4, Will Gronwald.
It's like 32 out in center field. Pitch is in the dirt here to Will Gronwald for ball 1. So 32 is... That's not 32. 32 is pitching, so it's got to be a different number out there. See if we can figure it out, folks. That one hits him on the left elbow, so Gronwald will get the free pass. Hit by pitch. That's going to bring up Ethan Gronwald. Be coming up next. Second baseman. Grounded out in his first at bat, reached on an error and scored in his second at bat in the third inning. Defense played pretty much straight away here. As Salmonen steps off the rubber and asks for time. Now he wants to talk to his catcher. And coming out to talk to him is Micah Reeves. Can't quite see the number out in center field there, folks, so I'll get it to you when I can. So Grunwald steps back in. We're ready to go, and he swings and he pops it out. Short center field coming in, giving chase, and it's going to land in for a single. Picking it up and throwing it back into the infield is Johnson, the shortstop. So base hit to short center field. Puts runners at first and second. And the center fielder turns around, so I'll see if I can find his number. 13. So number 13 for Billings Upper Decks Expos is Titus Reeves, so he moves over to center field. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
Now batting for Fergus Falls, third baseman, number 3.
Evan Lundgren at the plate. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Lundgren so far 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop-out. There's a nice pitch, but a line drive right to third base. Pops out of his glove. He throws down to second base and throws that one a little bit high, so an error allows Evan Lundgren to reach base. So another error here in this game. So I got that for 8 total errors here so far. 1 out and bases loaded now for Fergus Falls. Number 9 hitter Owen Kruger at the plate. He singled in his last at bat, walked and scored in his first at bat. So bases loaded here for Fergus Falls in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch by Salmonen. There's a little pop up. First base foul side. Giving chase and making the catch in foul territory was Marker. So Kruger retired on the pop fly. Makes 2 outs here for Fergus Falls. Brings up the top of the order with bases loaded, Carter Tilke. Tilke so far on the day reached and scored on a couple of errors in the very first at bat of the very first inning. Walked and scored in his second at bat and singled and scored in his third at bat. Salmonen floats that one in there for a ball. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Fergus Falls leads 7-5, but they're threatening here with bases loaded and 2 outs. That one comes inside from Salmonen. Salmonen sets. Wheels. And did he step off the rubber? Must have. Stepped off the backside of the rubber. He did not have to throw it. Two balls, no strikes to Carter Tilke. Popped. Foul out of play. Over toward First Street. Follows the right field line, pretty much parallel here at John Randall Field. Travels north to south. First Street on the west side of the ballpark. And now we're ready. As Taylor Foose signifies ready for play. And another foul ball over the First Street side. That one's going to land inside defense here. So now it's 2-2 with 2 outs. Bases loaded for Fergus Falls. And the pitch comes up high, and it's full count now. So with 2 outs, the runners will be going here on the pitch. Full count. Carter Tilke, leadoff hitter at the plate. The pitch and the walk. The runners were going. And the run comes home to score. That was Will Gronwald. So that sends Ethan Gronwald to third. To second base goes Lindgren, and to first base, Carter Tilke. Brings up Ben Swanson, the pitcher. He's walked all 3 times and scored twice. Inside for ball. Eight to 5 lead here for Fergus Falls now. In the bottom of the fourth. Bases loaded, still 2 outs. Swung on, popped back into the net, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 runs for Fergus Falls here. I believe there's 5 hits unofficially. And the pitch, Swanson swings and misses right through that one. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we'll see if Salmonen can stop the bleeding here with bases loaded. Should be a good spot to get out of it here for Salmonen and the Upper Deck Expos. Swung on, pulled to the third base side, and it's right over the top of the glove of Walker. And 1 run will score, and 2 runs will score. And the runners advance to second and third. So Ethan Gronwald comes in to score along with Evan Lindgren. And moving to third base was Tilke and to second base on the throw was Swanson. So Swanson helps himself out there with a couple of RBI and gets his first hit of the day. Got a courtesy runner out at second base for the pitcher, Ben Swanson. Looks like Brandon Brown out there at second base.
Number 16, Brandon Brown.
So Isaac Johnson will come to the plate for the post 30 guys. Fergus Falls.
Post 30, the catcher, number 6, Isaac Johnson.
So the score right now is 10-5 in favor of Fergus Falls. Here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, an 8-run rule here after 5 innings of play. Fulman delivers. Lazy fly ball out to right field, coming in and making the squeeze, and that retires the side on the fly ball to right field.
3 runs on 2 hits.
But Fergus Falls scores 3 runs on a couple of hits there before they call it a day or call it an inning, and we're going to go to the top of the 5th. In the top of the 5th, to go into the top of the 5th, it's Fergus Falls 10, Billings 5. We'll be right back after these messages. Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefit package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry-level starting wage in the factory is $19.73 per hour. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Denise at 701-671-1338.
All right, we want to thank the City of Wahpeton for jumping on board here and being a sponsor on Three Borders Sports Network. City of Wahpeton. A lot of great things to do, a lot of great places to shop and eat here in Wahpeton. Come on downtown Wahpeton there and experience Wahpeton. Jacob Park, beautiful place. Going to the top of the 5th as Billings trails. Fergus Falls now 10-5.
Back for Billings, center fielder number 7.
And Taryn Marker at the plate. Takes it underneath the elbows there for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Swanson delivers just off the plate. It's a ball. 2-1. And we'll have all the games today and tomorrow and Sunday for you. So if you're watching today's game and you're watching your team, you want to tune in and watch us when we've got their next games on. Our schedule is posted on our website with all the links there for our YouTube channel. Plus, we're also on Red River Communications Channel, Cable 125. It's our own special dedicated channel. Drawing the walk there was Taryn Marker here in the top of the 5th. So Billings trailing 10-5, gets their leadoff runner here in the top of the 5th. Brings up the catcher, Micah Reeves. Getting a nice healthy leader already over at first base is Marker. We'll see if Swanson tries to keep him close. As Micah Reeves takes high for a ball. Beautiful day here at John Randall. Nice breeze coming into the press box here. Swung on and pulled by Micah Reeves to the left field and going back and just off the glove in front of the fence. As Buckmeyer makes an attempt to do that, but Micah Reeves reaches on that one to second base. What are you guys going to give it? That was a 50-50, I think, too. It was in his glove, but it was out of his glove, but it was a tough catch. Give him a hit, they say. So we're going to give him a hit. So double there for Micah Reeves. Running back toward the fence was Buckmeyer and just couldn't quite come up with it. It was in his glove, but it tailed out of there. Here is Logan. Oh, we got a pinch hitter here. Ty Leischner comes up to the plate here as a pinch hitter in the top of the fifth, excuse me. Sails up over the head of Leischner. So Leischner batting for Logan Walker. Runners in scoring position at second and third. Leischner swings through that one and strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Ty Leischner, getting his first at bat here of the day. Now it's popped up to the left field side. It looks like it's drifting foul, but it lands just fair. And it squirts away. And runners are going to be safe, but nobody really advanced as holding at second base was Micah Reeves on that base hit. It landed just fair down the third base line. So base hit, pinch hit for Ty Leischner. Drives in a run here for Billings. So Leischner gets the RBI single. And holding at second base was Micah Reeves. And now at first base, Ty Leischner. Caden Thompson steps up to the plate as we got a mound visit here. And looks like we're going to get a pitching change. We got a mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the call to the pen right after that.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
All right, a call to the pen by OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and of course in Breckenridge, brings in the pitcher. Number 11 is Ethan Grunwald. It looked like a couple other defensive changes here for Fergus Falls, so moving over to second base for Fergus Falls was Evan Lindgren. And now batting here for Billings is Caden Thompson. I think we have a new shortstop too as well. So second baseman Lindgren moves over there. Low for ball. I think. Nope. Moving over to third base for Fergus Falls. Outside. Let's see here. Was Will Gronwald. He moved over to third base defensively here for Fergus Falls. Pitch, and there's a little chopper between short and third. Going to get in there for a base hit. A seeing eye ground ball for a base hit, and bases are loaded on that base hit. So 3 base hits in a row here for Billings. Has tightened up everything here again now, and they've scored 1 already here in the top of the 5th. It's going to bring up Ashton Anderson. And the pitch to Anderson. It's low and in the dirt. Ball 1, bases loaded. Still got to get number 3. Lindgren went to second base. So Lindgren at second. Will Gronwald at third. Ethan Gronwald pitching. And that pitch goes outside. It's 3-0. Bases are loaded. No room at the end. To the number 9 hitter, designated hitter, Ashton Anderson. So Ethan Gronwald doesn't want to lose the number 9 hitter here to a walk. And he floats that one in, let up on it a little bit, but still ball 4. So everybody moves up a base, and the run comes across to score for the second run of the inning here for Micah Reeves. And the score is now 10-7. And it looks like we got another mound visit here, and we're going to switch pitchers again. So that mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number 1 goal. We got another pitching change, our call to the pen, coming up next.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number 1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115. Well, again, that call to the pen brought to you by OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and Breckenridge. OSPTI, our call to the pen. This time coming in is Evan Lindgren for Fergus Falls, and then moving over to second base on that one is going to be Ethan Grunwald. So just basically a swap there for the two. It's popped up, and is it going to get out of play? It does. So, strike one there, too. Titus Reeves. So the pitch from Lindgren, swing and a miss. From Titus Reeves. No balls, 2 strikes now. No pop foul and swing and a miss. Bases are still loaded here for Billings. And nobody out. That one goes low for a ball. It's 1-2. Good miss there by Lindgren. So Ethan Grunwald goes back to second base. Pop fly to the left field side is right behind shortstop. Nice running catcher. Running backwards was Tilke, making the catch in short left field. So a nice catch there by Tilke. Excuse me.
Now back for the Expos, number 3, Jet Gerard.
So base is still loaded here. Jet Gerard up. Again, base is loaded, and that's swung and fouled. It's going to be out of play just off the edge of the dugout. So out of play to Jet Gerard. Gerard started catching. He's now playing second base for Billings. Lamore is home next game. Okay, thanks. So again, we'll have the next game on for you. It's Lamore and the Detroit Lakes, scheduled for a 1 p.m. start. Lamore and Detroit Lakes in the red division, and then after that it'll be Breckenridge and Wahpeton B in the red division after that. Those are the 4 teams in that pool. So 2 different pools. Comes up a little bit high there to Jet Gerard. For a ball, it's 2-1. Gerard takes low. We're in the top of the 5th here. Billings trailing Fergus Falls 10-7. Evan Lindgren on the mound. And the pitch. Caught the corner. Strike. It's full count. So full count now to Jet Gerard. And the pitch. Swung on, and a little blooper out behind the pitcher's mound was not called. It was called infield fly, batters out. There's confusion on the field. The runners did not have to go. And right into the back of the runner was Swanson's throw. Again, confusion. And that one rolls away. Coming across the score was Ty Leichner. You can advance at your own risk. That's correct. You can advance at your own risk on the infield fly. That is correct. So the batter was automatically out. The home plate umpire called the infield fly rule. Yep, the run counted. So now runners at second and third for Billings. There was some confusion there because infield fly, some runners sometimes don't know the rule. If the ball still drops, you don't have to go anywhere, but you advance at your own risk, and that's what it ended up being. And the Billings Upper Deck Expos score another run to make it 10-8 here in the fifth. Tying run at the plate, and that is Evan Johnson. A lot of confusion out there. Sometimes players forget the rule or don't understand the rule completely. But the home plate umpire called the infield fly rule immediately on that one. I saw his hand go up in the air. So the runners can advance at their own risk. And the batter was automatically out. As Evan Johnson takes high for a ball, it's 2-0. Again, Lemoore and Detroit Lakes coming up after this one. Approximately 30 minutes after the completion of that one. And again, it's a scheduled start time of 1 o'clock, and we're almost at 12:30. So there's going to be at least a 30-minute delay. So it's going to be a long little while before we get to that game. And the pitch comes up high for a ball. And Evan Johnson draws the walk. So once again, bases loaded here for Billings.
Now batting for the Expos, the pitcher, number 3.
Going to bring up the number 9 hitter of the inning, Colton Solomonen. Solomonen so far on the day, he's 1 for 3 with 2 pop outs and a single. He scored once. Two outs. Solomonen at the plate. Takes a strike on the outside half of the plate for strike 1. Evan Lindgren on the hill for Fergus Falls. 0-1 count. The pitch swung on and missed by Solomonen. It's 0-2. And the pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And the side is retired, but not before they score 3 runs on the swing and a miss. And we'll be back here for the bottom of the 5th, but scoring 3 runs here in the top of the 5th. Billings comes back and trail 10-8 to Fergus Falls. We'll be right back after these messages.
Since the inception of Vaterstadt, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seeding and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connecting.
I want to thank the city of Wahpeton for stepping up here and sponsoring here during the summer activities that we've got here. City of Wahpeton, we've got great places to shop, great places to eat. All kinds of fun here in Wahpeton, North Dakota. You got Chihinkapa Park right here with John Randall Field, the swimming pool, the zoo, of course. You can't forget the zoo, and, of course, the Boy to Sioux Golf Course. City of Wahpeton stepping up here and being a sponsor. We want to thank City of Wahpeton for doing that. And we got another new pitcher, I think. Number 12, Ty Leishner, comes in to pitch. So Ty Leishner comes in to pitch. A lot of defensive changes here, folks. My scorebook, I was telling the guys here during the break here that my book looks like a coloring book right now. And little chopper foul there, and that one's fouled off behind there by Andrew Johnson, the right fielder. So far on the day, he's walked twice and struck out once for Andrew Johnson. That one, a little breaking pitch there. Johnson thought it was going to hit him there, so he just stood right there, but it broke across the plate for strike two. So Leishner. The 0-2 pitch. And that one, again, another breaking pitch. Almost hit Johnson, just stood right there. See what he does with this pitch here on the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Andrew Johnson, the number 4 hitter, strikes out. So Leishner gets Johnson to retire. It's going to bring up Colin Becker, the first baseman for Fergus Falls. Becker's walked twice and struck out once. So very similar to Andrew Johnson. Both walked twice and struck out once. Coming into their 4th at bat. Pitch is popped up, and it's going to be behind the plate on top of the canopy.
Reminder, please return all foul balls to the concession stand for an icy treat.
Again, Leishner on the hill. Micah Reeves behind the plate. That one's low and inside for a ball. 10-8 here. We are in the bottom of the 5th as Fergus Falls is the home team. One out. Leishner delivers. Little breaking pitch, swung on and missed, and it's strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leishner, right-hander, lets up on that breaking pitch a little bit. And it breaks nicely. See if he comes with a fastball here now on a 1-2 count. If he tries the breaking pitch again. Let up on that one a little bit. And Reeves got to throw it down to first base, and a good recovery there at first base. And making the tag at first base was Marker. So another strikeout here recorded here in the bottom of the 5th for Leishner is going to bring up number 4, Will Gronwald. I got him as the 3rd baseman currently. Singled in his first at bat, grounded out, and hit by a pitch and scored in his 3rd at bat. There's a little blooper bleeder to shortstop, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Leishner. That retires the side, and we'll be right back here as the score remains 10-8 here. We'll be back with the top of the 6th right after this.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years. Join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
I want to welcome you all back to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, and we want to thank Digital Guru for being a sponsor this summer as well. Digital Guru with computer support, cloud services, web services, home and business computer support, audio, video needs, networking. They've got printers down there. They got ink cartridges, you name it. For anything computer needed, Digital Guru right down on Dakota Avenue. Check with those guys down there for all your computer needs. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th here at John Randall Field. Game number 2 on the day. And coming to the plate is Taryn Marker for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. Swung on, pulls that one foul over to the parking lot. He's still watching it. I don't know where it went. I lost sight of it, but it went way over into the parking lot. It must have been something good over there. He was keeping an eye on it all the way. Thanks, Mike. Lindgren on the hill for Fergus Falls here in the top of the 6th. Swung on, pulled foul. Again, Three Borders Sports Network here. Appreciate everybody tuning in here and watching, and those of you watching on Red River Communications Channel 125. Lindgren set to deliver to Marker. That's outside for ball. Lindgren in the set. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2 off the plate. We're in the top of the 6th. It's 10-8 here in favor of Fergus Falls. They're the home team. Lindgren to Marker. Just outside off the plate again. The count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a base hit out to left field, and that might even hit the gap. It does. Marker rounding first, headed for second. And he'll go in standing up with a stand-up double. So Taryn Marker with a stand-up double here to lead off the 6th for the Billings Expos. The Upper Deck Expos. It's going to bring up the catcher, Micah Reeves. So Micah Reeves now at the plate. Runner at second base is Marker. Nice leadoff double for Marker. Outside for a ball. Again, we're in pool play here, and this is the second game of the Blue Division pool play. Wahpeton won the first one, 12-3 over Big Stone City, South Dakota. Swung on, pulled foul, and almost making the grab over there, third base coach. I believe that was John Fisher. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here. Runner at second base is Taryn Marker. And we got a timeout called at the plate there by Reeves. So everybody steps off, steps out. Lindgren delivers. Swung on and missed by Reeves. Foul tip right into the mitt of Isaac Johnson, and it's 1-2. When you go to a tournament like this, and we were talking to Coach Kappas earlier here in the game, he had talked about how all hands on deck when you come to a tournament like this and you need pitching. And we've seen a lot of pitchers here already today in this game. Wahpeton was able to get by with just one pitcher in their game. And Big Stone City used a couple, 3. And again, timeout at the plate. And now we're ready for play. Again, this is the second game of the Blue Division. Pitch popped up in the air here by Reeves, and it's going to be out of play. Ends over by the concession stand. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Micah Reeves still at the plate here as Isaac Johnson wanted to go out to talk to Lindgren. And thank all of our sponsors here, Vaterstad, Thrivent, Will Ulick, Farmers Union Insurance Scoreboard, Kyle DeVries. Been with us since the very start. Post-game show, Mindak Farmers Cooperative. Wahpeton Daily News. The pop fly to left field is going to stay fair. It's hooking foul into the bullpen. That was hit deep and hit well there by Reeves. That thing was straightened out. It would have been rattling the fence or over the fence, one of the two, because he hit that one well. Did Micah Reeves. Hit her just about 20 feet foul. So Micah Reeves still at the plate here. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Lindgren with the strikeout of Reeves. So retired on strikes. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Ty Leichner. For his second at bat. He singled and scored in his first at bat last inning.
Now batting for Billings, the pitcher, number 12, Ty Leichner.
So Lindgren sets and looks in and delivers. Swung on and missed by Leichner. Foul tip, says the umpire, so we'll take it as that. So 0-1 now to Leichner. Lindgren sets. Looks back to second base. And there was a nice pitch there, but calling a timeout just in time was Leichner. So the pitch did not count. Lindgren was hoping that one was going to be in there because it was pretty close to a strike, it looked like, from here. So the 0-1 pitch. Low for a ball. It's 1-1. There's a call strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Lindgren to Leichner. And Leichner in his first at bat here, and he came in, singled and scored in the 5th inning. Somewhat of a pickoff move to second base there. And back easily was Marker. Lindgren sets. The 1-2 pitch. Low for ball 2. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And a beautiful day here at John Randall Field. Two pitch from Lindgren. Swung on, fouled back into the net, and the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 10-8 lead here in favor of Fergus Falls. Runner at second base. Heading back there is Taryn Marker. He doubled with a leadoff double here in the 6th. Got the grill going here at John Randall Field. Concession stand is open. Do not have to throw it back to second base, so fake move to second on the pickoff attempt. Concession stand is open. It's not completed, but a nice job by Matt Doctor and crew. That's low and in the dirt. Then the runner goes to third easily, and he's safe, and the throw goes past into left field. And coming home to score is Marker. He worked for that one. He got the double, then he stole the base, and he got to home plate on the wild throw. Another error here in this game. So that'll be the 3rd error I've got here on Fergus Falls. So Leishner swings and fouls that one off his right leg. He'll stay at the plate there with 1 out. So the score tightens up here, 10-9 now in favor of Fergus Falls. We're in the top of the 6th. And the pitch sails outside. Leisner draws the walk. So he'll get the free pass to first, and that's going to bring up Caden Thompson. Thompson so far 1 for 3 on the day with a single and reached on an error and popped out to left. So Caden Thompson looking to get his 2nd hit of the day, and a pickoff move to first base. Not in time. Another pickoff move to first base, and again, good smother job over there by Becker at first base to keep that one from going by. Yeah, even with all the rain that we've gotten here at John Randall this spring, there's a call strike on the corner to Caden Thompson. All the rain we've had here, it has not allowed the root system for the grass to go very deep. So when it starts to dry up a little bit, the grass starts going the other way. So we're going to need some irrigation on the field here soon. That one sails up way high, and the throw down to second way not in time, and a stolen base down there is Leishner. So I've got 3 errors here so far on Fergus Falls, and a total of 8 errors on Billings. So it's been an error-filled game and a lot of pitching changes, so that's why we're running behind here, folks. And again, a timeout at home plate here. Again, we've had several of those so far today, too. So a lot of those going on, and then all the substituting and pitching changes that we've had here in this game have taken a long time. And the pitch goes in the dirt and gets away from the catcher, Isaac Johnson. And scooting over to third then was Leishner. And that will be the tying run at third base. So Caden Thompson takes a look here, and runner at third base just 90 feet away is the tying run in Ty Leishner. Lindgren sets. and delivers outside. Good stop there, back there behind the plate by Isaac Johnson to keep that run from coming home. And it could have been a tie ball game here. 3-1, one out. Runner at third base. The infield's in on the skin. Right on the edge of the grass here to try and prevent the tying run from scoring here with one out. And the pitch sails up high, and another walk is issued here to Caden Thompson. And now, Billings will have runners at the corners. And I think we're going to get another mound visit. And this mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the Call to the Pen sponsor coming up after these messages, right after this.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto...
All right, welcome back to John Randall Field here. A Call to the Pen sponsor, OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and, of course, in Breckenridge. OSPTI, our Call to the Pen sponsor. And coming in to pitch for Fergus Falls is going to be number 14. That is Riston Albert. So Riston Albert comes in to pitch now. Again, a multiple changes in pitching here today for both teams, as Riston Albert comes in now. And I don't know of any other defensive changes, so I'll try to keep an eye on that, folks, for you. But, again, the coaches are not required to report here to the press box, so we are on our own when we try to find substitutes. So the number 9 hitter, Ashton Anderson, comes to the plate here in the top of the 6th for Billings. Runners at the corners for Billings. Will reset for you with one out. And he steps off here to hold the runners in place just to make sure nobody's going anywhere. Again, Riston Albert on the hill here for Fergus Falls. I'll write that in my book. Call strike. Ashton Anderson on the day so far popped out to center field, struck out, and reached on a walk. So 0 for 2 on the day. And there goes the runner. Throw down to second, goes up high, and the tag is put down, and the runner at third does not go, and the call is safe. So a stolen base at second base for Caden Thompson. Now puts runners at third and second. So at third base is Leichner, second base Thompson, and the hitter is Ashton Anderson. Just out the out. Again, the defensive infield on the grass, trying to prevent that tying run from scoring. Top of the 6th. Coach Larson shouting instructions to his defense and to his pitcher, Albert. And the pitch just inside and tight. Ball 4. So a bases loaded walk here. Excuse me, that loads the bases. Not a bases loaded walk. It loads the bases here as Ashton Anderson gets the free pass, and that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Titus Reeves. He singled and scored in the first inning. And 0 for 3 since, so he's 1 for 4 on the day for the leadoff hitter, Titus Reeves. Inside corner for a strike. Bases are loaded. Leishner at third. Second is Thompson. First base, Anderson. The pitch sails outside, 1-1. The middle infielders are back now. The corners are in on the grass. Defensively for Fergus Falls. There's a call strike in the outer half. It's 1-2. Lamore here for the next game. They're sitting down here watching this one, having a slice of pizza, getting some fuel here before they play. High and away, ball 2, 2-1, or 2-2, excuse me. Again, Lamore and Detroit Lakes will be here for game 3 on the day. We'll have that game here, as we will all the games here on Three Borders Sports. Swung on and missed, and a big, big strikeout there for Riston Albert. Retires the leadoff hitter, Titus Reeves. So that's the second out recorded here for Fergus Falls defensively here in the top of the 6th, and it's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Jet Gerard. He's got a couple of hits today and scored once. Takes high for ball. A little bit shoulder high there for Jet Gerard. Detroit Lakes over on the first base side warming up. Lamore has already been designated as the home team. Albert delivers. Again, high for a ball. It's 2-0. So no room at the end as Riston Albert is behind in the count. 2-0 to Jet Gerard. 2 outs. And the pitch. Inside. Ball 3. So it's a 3-0 count now to Jet Gerard. Detroit Lakes in their traditional red and white uniforms. Lamore in their green and yellow. That one comes up high for ball, and Gerard draws the walk. Gets the RBI with the walk. And he drives in Ty Leishner from third. And we are now tied at 10. 10 apiece here in the top of the 6th. Now batting for Billings is going to be Evan Johnson at the plate. That one scoots away there from Johnson, but not far enough. So Evan Johnson at the plate. Evan Johnson so far singled and scored. Reached on an error and scored, and struck out and walked. Evan Johnson, the number 3 hitter for Billings. And that one sails up high. Almost hit him in the top of the helmet. And again, another mound visit here brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, as Coach Larson wants to come out and talk to Riston Albert. Mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for their customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number 1 goal. Stop down and see Eric Carlson and Carlson Family Insurance. Coach Larson didn't spend a lot of time on the hill there with Riston Albert. Again, both teams going through a number of pitchers. I believe this is the 4th for Fergus Falls. That one sails up high. It's ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Again, bases are loaded for Billings. Thompson at third, Anderson at second, Gerard at first. There's a call strike at the letters. It's 3-1. Again, Riston Albert came back and got a strikeout earlier here with bases loaded with Titus Reeves, and he's looking to get another one. Albert sets, 3-1 pitch. Too low and away. It's ball 4. So Evan Johnson draws the walk. Coming across to score the go-ahead run for Billings now is Caden Thompson. So they lead 11-10. Anderson moves over to third. Gerard to second. Evan Johnson to first. Colton Salmonen comes up to the plate. He's popped out twice, struck out once, and singled and scored. Left-handed hitting. Colton Salmonen takes a strike on the outer half of the plate. Delivered from Riston Albert. And I believe it's 4 pitchers used by Billings so far as well. So 3 pitching changes is strike 2. 3 pitching changes on each side has delayed this game. So if you're looking for the Lemoore Detroit Lakes game, folks, it's going to be a little while yet. So hang tight with us. Again, we'll have a separate link out there for that one. So we will end this broadcast as it's 1-2 now with 2 outs, bases loaded. We'll end this broadcast and then we will come back with a new link and a new broadcast here for game number 3 on the day between Lemoore and Detroit Lakes. It's back into the net. Count remains 1-2.
If you want to watch these games back home, you can stream them on 3 Borders if you want to get a hold of people back home.
Thanks, Mike.
On 3 Borders Sport.
PA announcer Mike Rittenauer giving us a little plug there, so appreciate it, Mike. Thank you. Albert delivers the breaking pitch, and Johnson tags him out to make sure, and Salmonen's retired on strikes. So the second time in a row that the Billings Upper Deck Expos have batted around in an inning, but not before they score 3 more runs here, and they take the lead 11-10. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th right after this on 3 Borders Sports Network.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/.
We asked the team how we should celebrate the $2 million given to CASASA members last year. Dana wanted us to hire a marching band. Amanda thought that we should drop 2 million balloons. And Kevin, well, Kevin always wants to use the money gun. Steve thought, well, what if we just said it?
Last year, First Community Credit Union gave $2 million in CASASA rewards.
Join in the celebration with your CASASA account and start earning your money back today.
All right, welcome back to 3 Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. Thanks for joining us here at John Randall Field. Game number 2 between Fergus Falls and Billings Upper Deck Expos. Game number 2 is taking a while. Game number 2 started at 10:29, and it's a 1:04 right now. We should be starting game 3 by now, but we're an hour and 35 minutes into this one, or 2 hours and 35 minutes into this one, and we're only in the bottom of the 6th. 11-10 here in favor of Billings as we're going to the bottom of the 6th. They were retired in order in the last inning by Leischner. We'll see what he does this inning here. He retired with a strikeout, and a fly ball, so we'll see when he faces number 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Fergus Falls. And number 7 hitter coming up first is going to be Ethan Grunwald. So Ethan moved over to second base. He came in and pitched to one hitter, I believe, a little while ago, and went back over to second base. So Ethan Grunwald takes a strike on the outside corner for strike 1. So we'll see if Leischner can get a 1-2-3 inning here and speed things up again.
Number 11, Ethan Grunwald.
Leischner Sets to deliver. The 0-1 pitch up over the head there of Grunwald, so it'll be 1-1. Again, pool play here. Blue division, red division. Blue division consists of Big Stone City, South Dakota, Fergus Falls, Minnesota, Billings, Montana, and Wahpeton, North Dakota. All 4 teams from different states. How about that? A little variety there for you. Low for ball. It's 2-1. Then the red division consists of Breckenridge, Detroit Lakes, Lemoore, and the Wahpeton B squad. That's why you like to go to tournaments. You like to face different opponents and get some more playing time for your players. That one scoots outside for a ball. 3-1. So hitter's pitch here now. The hitter can be sitting looking for a fastball, and if it isn't, he can either lay off it or just swing at it anyway. So it's 3-1 pitch. Call strike, it's full. And thanks to all our sponsors, Wahpeton Daily News, Red River Human Services, City of Wahpeton, Three Rivers Crisis Center, Digital Guru stepping on board, First Community Credit Union, and that was just off the plate. That was pretty close there, but Ethan Grunwald was pretty sure of himself that that was ball 4, and it was. So that's going to bring up Evan Lindgren, number 8 hitter for Fergus Falls. So far today, he's struck out, popped out, and reached and scored on an error. So he is 0 for 2 today. 0 for 3. All strike. 11-10 lead here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Fergus Falls, this is not Everett Lindgren. This is Riston Albert come up here. So Albert getting his first at bat. He's the pitcher. Came in for Lindgren. So Riston Albert getting his first at bat. Leishner leaning in for the sign. Leading off at first base is Ethan Grunwald. Pickoff move by Leishner is back in time. One ball, one strike to the hitter, Riston Albert. Swung on, pulled to the third base side. And a little hopper up into the glove over there, Walker, and a relay over to first base, not in time. So they got the force at second there, retiring Grunwald on a nice play by Walker over to second base. So they get the first out, they get the lead runner, and reaching on the fielder's choice will be Riston Albert. Little hopper over there toward Walker. He made a nice play there, went right to second base there. Caught Gerard covering the bag at second, but the throw came in a little bit high over at first base. And reaching on the fielder's choice was Riston Albert at first. So that's going to bring up Owen Kruger. Kruger walked and scored in the second. And 0 for 2 otherwise. He's grounded out and popped out. Call strike. The game gets a little late. The strike zone might be getting a little bit wider. And pitch pulled to the left side. Looks like it's drifting foul. It does. Out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes to Owen Kruger. Runner at first base is Riston Albert. 1 out. 0-2 pitch. Comes up high for ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sometimes you like to waste a pitch as a pitcher to see if that hitter is going to be aggressive and go after it. And that time he tried to throw it up into the eyes. But not giving chase on that one was Kruger, laying off that high fastball. Leischner sets and delivers. Swung on, and a little liner over the second baseman's head, and that's going to go out into center field. And rounding second, heading to third is going to be Albert, and he gets in safely at third base. So Albert makes his way all the way to third base there on the base hit single by Owen Kruger. And now runners at the corners for Fergus Falls as they threaten to tie it up or take the lead here eventually. 11-10. And we got a mound visit here. Another mound visit, and that mound visit is going to be brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for your customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number one goal. Stop down and see Eric Carlson and Carlson Family Insurance on 2nd Avenue in Wahpeton. So making the stroll out here for the Billings Upper Deck Expos, John Fisher. He's talking to his whole infield here, so he might be talking about some defensive things here with runners at the corners as much as he is trying to settle his pitcher down. So home plate umpire Taylor Foose goes out and says, all right, guys, let's get going then if we're done. So home plate umpire Taylor Foose chuckling here over on the other side with head coach Trevor Larson. Looks like we're ready for play now. As the leadoff hitter comes up to the plate for Fergus Falls, that's Carter Tilke. Reached on an error in the first inning and scored on an error. Walked in the second inning, singled and scored in the third inning, walked in the fourth inning. Busy day at the plate for the leadoff hitter. Takes outside for a ball. So again, runners at the corners here. We'll see what Fergus Falls does with one out. Pickoff move by Leischner over to first. Back safely is Kruger. And the pitch fouled off to the right side, out of play. Hits the net pole over there and bounces back into play. Since the new net was put up a couple of years ago, I'd say that's probably the first time I've ever seen it hit a pole. I've seen it hit light poles here before, and lights. Put out a light once over on the first base side, but that's a first for the net pole. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The leadoff hitter, number 1, Carter Tilke. Just under his armpits, it's a ball inside, 2-1. Leischner showing a little emotion out there. He wasn't happy with that call, but 2-1 now to Tilke. Nope, runners are not going. There's pop up to the right side. It's drifting, and it is fair. It ended up a fair ball. And there's some confusion on the bases. And coming home to score was Brandon Brown, who was pinch running for Riston Albert. So 1 run comes across for Fergus Falls. And stopping at second base is Owen Kruger. And then with a base hit just inside the line was Carter Tilke. So that's his second hit of the day. He's got two hits and 2 walks and reached on an error. Going to bring up Ben Swanson. Swung on and missed by Swanson. We're tied at 11 here at John Randall Field now. Fergus Falls has come back to tie this one. Been a back and forth game. It was tied at 2 at the end of 1. It was 4-2 at the end of 2. It was 7-5 at the end of 3. Then it went up to 10-5 at the end of 4 in favor of Fergus Falls. And Billings came back and scored 3. So it was 10-8. Then it's been a back and forth game here. A lot of runs coming across the plate, a lot of pitching. And a fake pickoff move back to second base. Tilke at first, Kruger at second. Swung on and pulled to the left side, giving chase in left field, and that one falls foul just by a few inches. Umpire Taylor Foose right on top of it, and no argument from Coach Larson. So they both saw the same thing. It wasn't foul by much. Giving chase was Thompson. He was running hard, but just a strike is all it is on the board. So 0-2 now to Ben Swanson. This time, Leishner throws the ball back to Gerard, but not even close. And a pitch. That one took a funny hop there off the mask of Reeves. And the runners advanced 90 feet. So now they're at second and third. So both of them in scoring position here now for Ben Swanson with a 1-2 count. That one took a funny hop in the batter's box on the right side. Went off the face mask of Micah Reeves. And went back to the fence, so both runners were able to advance. 1-2. Leishner delivers. Swung on, pulled to the third base side. Coming home with it. We're going to have a play at the plate. He got him at the plate. They said out down there, too, at third base. So a double play the unconventional way. And Coach Larson not too happy with the calls there. But that is the way it's going to end. So Walker comes up with a throw to home to get the lead runner for the second out. Then right back to third base to get the third out was Tilke down at third base. So that is a unconventional double play on that one. So that's going to end the inning here. We're going to go to the top of the seventh, and we are tied at 11. We'll be right back after this.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Then and down the road. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Your first car. It might not have been perfect.
Since the inception of Vaterstadt, the spirit of innovation has led the company. We push the limits, providing innovative and reliable seeding and tillage solutions that simplify everyday life for farmers. We continue to reimagine the capabilities and technology behind farm machinery, providing customers with a perfect emergence while maximizing their yields. We look forward to growing together.
All right, welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. Again, we're still in game number 2 here between Fergus Falls and Billings. We're going to the top of the 7th, and guess what? We are tied at 11. If we go into the 8th inning, each team will start with a runner at second base. So the rule will be if there is extra innings, there will be a runner placed at second base to start the inning. So keep that in mind as how inning number 7 goes here between the two. So we're leading off here with Taryn Marker. Doubled and scored in his last at bat. Swing and a miss there. It's 0-2. Marker has scored twice today so far. And Riston Albert on the hill. Little chopper to short. Tilke, picking it up at third base. And a big overthrow there and going to hold up, so nothing hurt there on that other than the original error by Grunwald. So reaching on the air, and I have that as error number 4 on Fergus Falls. And that's going to be bringing up now Micah Reeves, the catcher. Again, holding at first base on the big overthrow there was Marker. Didn't dare go far enough. Again, hustling down to back that one up was Isaac Johnson. That one sails up high. Johnson has to come out of the crouch as Micah Reeves takes ball 1. Micah Reeves' last at bat, he struck out. Before that, he doubled and scored. Swung on and missed. He hit his last at bat, he hit one deep to left field into the bullpen. Just really got a hold of that one and just needed it to be fair. There goes the runner. The throw down by Johnson. Not in time. Safe at second base. So successful stolen base by Marker. So now Riston Albert has his work cut out for him with a run in scoring position and nobody out. We'll see what Micah Reeves does here now with 2 strikes on him. See if he can put the ball in play to the right side and move the runner over. Just off the plate. Albert wanted that one. Didn't get the call. And the pitch just off the plate again. Ball 3, 3-2. So the payoff pitch from Riston Albert to Micah Reeves. Swung on, popped back up over the top of the canopy, out of play, and we'll do it all over again. So Micah Reeves again facing Riston Albert here with a full count. Runner at second base is Marker. The pitch swung on and missed. A big strikeout there for Albert as Micah Reeves is retired on strikes for the second time in a row. So 1 out here now in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up Ty Leischner.
Now batting for the Expos, number 12, Ty Leischner.
So Leischner at the plate here with 1 out now. He squares the bunt here. Let's see if he keeps it there. He does offer, and the runner goes to third. Throws in the dirt. And a good slide at third base there by Marker. Leischner didn't do a very good job of getting the bat on the ball for the bunt, but Marker went anyway and got down to third. So now the go-ahead run just 90 feet away, and the defensive infield comes up to the edge of the grass. Albert in the windup. Delivers low for a ball. Again, we talked earlier in this game here, we had a situation with a runner at third base and less than 2 outs, and Coach Kappas was here, and he said that he would never do that and let the pitcher go into the windup. Now I see Albert back into the stretch. That's fouled away, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Albert goes back into the stretch. Just don't want that runner to get that extra jump there by going into the windup right away. Especially if it's a ground ball to your infield. Albert delivers high for a ball. It's 2-2. And the Lemoore guys here, the Detroit Lakes guys are here. They're all ready to start game 3, which we should have started a few minutes ago. This one's going long. Swung on and missed. Albert with a nice pitch there. Looked like a little break on that one. And that will retire Ty Leischner on strikes. So 2 outs here now. And still standing at third base is marker. Caden Thompson comes to the plate.
Now batting for the Expos, number 50, Caden Thompson.
Thompson reached on an air, popped out, reached on a single, and walked and scored. Swung on and missed. Again, Albert still from the stretch here with the runner at third base. Marker, he's going to keep him close as he can. Albert came in relief last inning here and done a good job for Fergus Falls since. And that one's outside off the plate. 2-1. So Albert delivers. Call strike at the knees. It's 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Riston Albert facing Caden Thompson. Swing and a miss. Albert with 3 strikeouts to retire the side after a leadoff error there. Puts him in trouble there, and the go-ahead run was just 90 feet away, but 3 strikeouts in a row by Riston Albert retires the side, and Billings upper deck. So the Fergus Falls post number 30 coming to bat here in the bottom of the 7th, and we're tied at 11. Back after this. The Wahpeton Daily News wishes all area sports teams the best of luck this year. The Wahpeton Daily News thanks you for supporting local journalism, including the Daily News and the News Monitor. Keep up with local news, sports stories, and personal interest stories in our papers. Check out www.wahpetondailynews.com for more information about our e-newsletter right at your own computer. The Daily News supports all area sports teams and wishes all of the teams the best of luck this season.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years, join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. We got a good one going here. It's a long one. We're tied at 11 going to the bottom of the 7th, the final inning here of regulation. If we go extra innings, we do have a runner starting at second base for both teams, so we'll see how that goes. And again, we're tied at 11 here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Fergus Falls, Riston Albert did a nice job there in the top of the 7th to prevent some scoring opportunity there for Billings. They had a chance to score the go-ahead run just 90 feet away, but 3 straight strikeouts by Riston Albert retired the side and Billings. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 11. So I'm sure Coach Larson's thinking of some small ball coming up here. See what's going to happen. Again, this game reaching the 3-hour mark here. Right now, 3 hours exactly. So leading off here for Fergus Falls is the 3-4-5 hitters. The number 3 hitter is going to be Isaac Johnson, number 3 hitter in the lineup. And that one's floated outside for a ball. Ian Leischner still on the mound here for Billings. We'll see if he finishes up the game here regardless for Coach Fisher and Johnson's. There's a drive, and it's going to be over towards second base. Gerard makes the play from his knees, not in time, and hustling out that one down the line swiftly was the left-handed hitting Isaac Johnson for a base hit. Gerard made a nice play there deep in the hole, just couldn't quite get to it, slid on his knees, tried to throw that one from his knees. We saw him do it as a catcher, just couldn't quite get it over there with enough mustard on it to first base to get the hustling Isaac Johnson. That's going to bring up Andrew Johnson, now the number 4 hitter. You probably don't want your number 4 hitter bunting on this one, but you might have to think about it. It's going to be an interesting call here for Coach Fisher and Fergus Falls. See, you're in post 30. See what they do. Number 4 hitter, you're going to ask him to bunt to see if you can get the runner in scoring position, or are you just going to let him swing? And the first pitch, anyway, he's swinging away. Looked like he was right over the top of that one on the delivery from Leichner. It's 0-1 now to the number 4 hitter in the lineup, Andrew Johnson, playing right field for the post 30. There's a smash down a little between short and third, and that'll be a base hit. Now you might be thinking about it. There's a close play at second. Johnson just got back. Now you got to be thinking about it with that base hit. So 2 base hits in a row here. Colin Becker, another lefty coming up, and we got a mound visit. And another mound visit here in this game. A mound visit brought to you by Carlson Family Insurance, located on 2nd Avenue, downtown Wahpeton. Carlson Family Insurance works for the customers, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number 1 goal. Stop and see Eric and the crew. Now they're going to probably, they are bringing in a new pitcher. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have our call to the pen. We'll let you know who it is coming up after this.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their number 1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
All right, we're back here, and coming in to pitch is Evan Johnson for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. He comes in from shortstop, and moving over to shortstop is Ty Leichner. Your call to the pen brought to you by OSPTI, your therapy clinic of choice with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and, of course, in Breckenridge. So Evan Johnson now on the hill. And there's the bunt. There it is, right down the third base line. Does it go foul? And they do let it go. It could roll fair. The third baseman let it go underneath his glove, and his coach is telling him, hey, that thing gets foul. You got to touch that thing so that you make sure that thing stays foul, because it can roll back fair, and I have seen that before too. So a close play there on Grunwald when he was charging in on that one. He just let it go foul, and he never touched it. It could have rolled back fair, and it would have been everybody safe. So an 0-1 pitch here now to Colin Becker. Bunt attempt on his first one. Just rolled foul. We'll see if he tries to push one down the right field or the left field line again, down the third base line. So Becker at the plate. Left-handed hitting Becker. And he's going to swing away there. That one bounces in the dirt. It's 1-1. Now we'll see if the call has changed. Again, nobody out. You might want to get him 90 feet closer. See what happens here with the bunt. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, poked foul. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fifth pitcher so far for Billings, Evan Johnson. Part of the reason we're running so far behind here now on this one, folks. Swung on, pulled to the first base dugout. Leishner again over at shortstop. Colin Becker at the plate. First two runners reach on singles here. Nobody out. Bottom of the seventh. High and away. It's a ball. 2-2. So good eye by Colin Becker here. Runs the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The runner at second is Isaac Johnson. At first, Andrew Johnson. Both with singles. Becker swings right through it. Strike 3. So good pitch there from Evan Johnson. Gets a swinging Colin Becker. So Grunwald comes to the plate. Will Grunwald, the third baseman. Got a single in his first at bat, the only hit he's had so far today. In the dirt for a ball. Big lead down at second there by Isaac Johnson, but no throw down there by Reeves. One out. Runners at first and second. That one floats up high. It's ball 2. 2-0 now to Will Grunwald. And the pitch by Johnson goes outside. It's 3-0. He does have a base open. But then you got the winning run just 90 feet away. The 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle, and not a wise thing to do in front of the umpire is throw your bat away on a 3-0 pitch. Will Grunwald's going to have to go get it and bring it back. Home plate umpire giving him the odd stare. He might have said something, you never know. And there is ball 4. So he waits for that call, and he gets the free pass, and now the bases are loaded. So the game-ending winning run just 90 feet away, Isaac Johnson, and Ethan Grunwald comes to the plate. So everybody comes in, edge of the grass, for the defensive pressure on the Billings side of the ball. And do you see a squeeze happening here? We'll see what happens. There's a high chopper over the head of Gerard, and that will score the winning run and the final run here.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family.
Grunwald to end that one. We'll be right back with our post-game show coming up next, right after this, brought to you by Mindak Farmers Co-op. Again, your final score, 12-11 in favor of Fergus Falls. Back right after this.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connect.
Red River Human Services Foundation provides services to people with disabilities, which enhances their quality of lives and enable them to live, work, and develop relationships in their communities. Red River Human Services Foundation has multiple direct support professional positions available in their Wahpeton, Fargo, and West Fargo locations. Job opportunities include flexible scheduling, competitive wages, on-site paid training, and life experience. Voted #1 place to work for the past 5 years. Join their team and apply online at www.rrhsf.org. Red River Human Services Foundation supports all local area sports activities and wishes everyone the best of luck.
The Wahpeton Daily News wishes all area sports teams the best of luck this year. The Wahpeton Daily News thanks you for supporting local journalism, including the Daily News and the News Monitor. Keep up with local news, sports stories, and personal interest stories in our papers. Check out www.wahpetondailynews.com for more information about our e-newsletter right at your own computer. The Daily News supports all area sports teams and wishes all of the teams the best of luck this season. Three Rivers Crisis Center is offering support to survivors of domestic violence, sexual violence, and child abuse in Richland County for now over 25 years. It's free and strictly confidential. 24/7 access to support and resources including counseling. Get help, identify abuse, plan for safety, support others, and get involved. Three Rivers Crisis Center's 24-hour crisis line is 701-642-2115.
Founded in 1972, Mindak Farmers Cooperative is owned by nearly 500 sugar beet growers and has a rich history of sweetening life in the Red River Valley. Join Mindak's team today. In addition to an excellent pay and benefit package, they are currently offering a $2,000 sign-on bonus for all full-time positions, which includes sugar loader, packager helper, extra gang, and yard person helper. Entry-level starting wage in the factory is $19.73 per hour. Apply online at mdf.coop/careers or contact Denise at 701-671-1338.
All right, welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. Thanks for joining us here on a 3-hour and 9-minute game here. Fergus Falls defeats Billings Upper Deck Expos 12-11. Your final line scores: Fergus Falls 12 runs on 11 hits. They committed 4 errors and left 11 runners on base for the Billings Upper Deck Expos. 11 runs on 11 hits. They committed 8 errors. Probably one of the biggest defensive issues they had today was all the errors that they had. I had unofficially 8 errors. And they left 12 runners on base. So both teams leaving double-digit runners on base here, so they both had plenty of opportunities to score here throughout the day. Again, a number of pitching changes, just trouble throwing some strikes and getting some defense to play here. But again, Fergus Falls comes out victorious here, 12-11 here. And they go to 1-0 in the blue division. So Fergus Falls goes up to 1-0, and Billings falls 0-1. So the blue division play so far with a win each is Fergus Falls and Wahpeton A, and with a 1 loss each is Big Stone City and Billings, Montana. So that's going to wrap it up here. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll have our link for game number 3 coming up here between Lemoore and Detroit Lakes coming up pretty soon here, and we'll also be on Channel 125 too. So check out our website for our links, and we'll be back here for game number 3 in just a bit. Again, your final score: Fergus Falls 12, Billings 11. Back after this.